Welcome to H2K Infosys. H2K Infosys is a e-verified business based in Atlanta, Georgia, United States. We provide 100% job-oriented, instructor-led, face-to-face, true live online software training programs. It also includes access to cloud test lab with software tools. We provide live project for you to work on. We also provide assistance with mock interviews, resume preparation and review, and job placement assistance. H2K Infosys is trusted by so many students across the world. H2K Infosys provides world-class services in IT training with real-time project work for corporates and individuals, special IT training for MS students in the United States, software design, development, QA manual and automation, performance testing and maintenance, IT staff augmentation, job placement assistance, and tech support.
Processor. Get employee list. To get employee list, this will call our employee DAO method, get employee details by salary criteria. This will retrieve an employee list and it will send back to our JSP page. Now write a JSP page and also a servlet as well. Web content, pages, retrieve data, and employee list. So create a servlet as well, on dummy servlet. Employee list servlet. Our employee list servlet, it will just create an object for login processor. Login processor, and then it will call the processor list details, which will return an employee list, and finally we'll create a request dispatcher object. Get request dispatcher of employee list.jsp file. Finally forward of request and response. So before that, we need to set the list request dot get session dot set attribute of employee list within our employee list. So in my employee list JSP page, I'm just iterating through this employee list and retrieving one by one and displaying the data to the front end. So make sure that same object was there. Okay, correct. So now from our retrieve data, make sure that we are calling the same servlet. The servlet is employee list servlet. Okay, everything set. So go and execute our employee list servlet. So employee info based on salary, this will consist of only a single button which will hit to our servlet. And once after that, let me verify until what level it has given. Login processor HQL called, and this was executing the query. Select this employee ID, where this dot salary between question mark and question mark. So at this time, java.lang.string cannot be cached to java.lang.integer. So this was occurred at our get employee details by salary criteria at this level. So that means the data we are passing was in terms of an integer, and we have sent the data in terms of a string value. Or else create a new integer execute one more time. So number of employees retrieved 8. So within my JSP page, I just used JSTL. Where is our JSTL? You can see that I have used JSTL, and I have used the for each collection, and after that I have used EL to display the information. Now the data has displayed properly, and let us say it has displayed 110, 203, and it has displayed. So let us say we want to change the order based on salary. So add one more criteria dot add order. There is another class which is order. Take this from Hibernate. Order dot, you can see that there are two static methods. Either you can use any of them ascending. Let us say you want to sort based on salary. So this time the data will get the same data it will retrieve, but the rows will be in a different format. So previously 2000, 1500 like this it was there. Now this will retrieve the data in ascending order of salary. Execute retrieve page 1. So you can see that now the data got set in an ascending order of salary. So if you want, you can just verify some other restrictions that are available and apply some other conditions within your criteria query and verify for restrictions.like case. What happens if you use like and specify the data by using property name employee first name, and if we send the value as percentage SINGH or SIN, whether it retrieves both the data or not, verify that particular case. And also there are several other options that are available. You can just check within your restrictions class and you can make sure any of those methods that are required. In the list itself, do we have methods that we can perform? List means, are you saying about the return list value, Vijay? I'm sorry, Adil. See, that is just like your normal list, java.util.list, your collection list value. So your collection list will consist of only the methods that are available from your collection API. So you can't use those methods that are restricted only for the database. Those are not available from your list object. By using list object, you can just iterate and get the details. That's the only thing you can do on the list.
My question was when exactly the select statement is firing. Which is the one? Is this a criteria list statement?
This one you are asking?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Which is making this query to fire? Is that list method?
Oh, okay. Yeah. List method. When you call the list method, this will trigger a query. This will generate a query by Hibernate.
Okay. That was my question.
Oh, I'm sorry. These two are small topics. We'll complete in tomorrow's class anyway. No issues. Hibernate cache mode. Let's complete this one, or else we get one more project tomorrow. Just 2 minutes. From our login servlet, we are calling get user details of string. Let us say we are calling directly so that means our login will redirect to or get call normal get ID call. $100 and steal. So currently, with respect to the get method call within our DAO class, go back to our DAO class. So here in DAO class, I'm retrieving the information session.get employee.class employee ID. So that means it will issue a select query, and that's what you can see here. It has already issued a select query and it has retrieved the information. And after that, I have written one more statement session.get method by using employee.class by passing the same employee ID. This time I'm saving it to emp1. And after that, I have retrieved the get address, and the get address has issued the address query. That is fine. But here you can see that for both the retrievals, Hibernate has issued only one query to the database. it hasn't executed for the second time to get the employee details based on employee ID. So whenever Hibernate was supposed to generate a query, it will first verify whether the same object representation, whether the same object details or the corresponding database details was already available in Hibernate object or not. Currently, you can see that EMP holds employee object details. Then Hibernate won't execute the query to the database. The reason for that is Hibernate will make sure that whenever you are making changes to this persistent object, it will sync the details to the database. So until and unless that particular point of time, this object is the latest one, and it's not required for Hibernate to retrieve the details one more time. If the data has changed between the two gets, means, Vijay, are you talking from the database perspective?
Yeah, maybe in this case you have immediately following that get statement. Maybe after some 10 statements you have this one. Maybe it has taken maybe 1 second. In between, the data has been updated by someone else.
Data updated by someone else from your application or from the database directly?
Yeah, two user service application. User 1 is querying this. In the between, user 2 has updated data.
Let us say you are talking about the application level. If you remember the session.get method, whatever the data, whatever the object that will be returned by session.get, it is a persistent object, which means Hibernate will make sure that whatever the changes that you made on this object, it will reflect back to the database when you call the session.flush method. And if you say the details were updated directly to the database, then that is an issue from the database side, not from the application side. The application won't know, if at all, if you're directly updating to the database by using update query from the database itself. But at this point of time, Hibernate knows that whatever the session.get has retrieved, that is a persistent object. So if at all within the same session, currently you can see that I'm using the same session and I'm again calling the get query with employee ID. So Hibernate knows that the object was already retrieved from the same session, and it will retrieve the object from the cache instead of going to the database. Currently this object was available in the cache for the same session. That's the reason Hibernate was able to retrieve the details directly from the cache instead of going to the database. If you are not interested to perform this operation to retrieve from the cache, then you can call a method evict. The evict method will clear the object from the session, and this one will directly hit the database again one more time. The session.evict method, it will clear the object from the cache. Whenever you have cleared from the cache, so whatever that you have specified, Vijay, if you are pretty sure that the data will get changed each and every time, then you can clear the cache by using evict method, and you can retrieve a fresh data from the database. If you want to know what kind of a fetching strategy that was used by Hibernate for cache mode, you can call session.getCacheMode method. This will provide you the cache mode that was used by Hibernate. You can see that there are several cache modes available: get, ignore, normal, put, and refresh. All are self-explanatory. Get method will get the information from the cache. Normal method, it will put the data into the cache and it will retrieve the information from the cache. Put method, it will only put the information into the cache and it won't retrieve the information from the cache. And refresh method, it will auto refresh each and every certain time limit, I guess. And whatever the cache mode that it was currently used, and retrieve the information that is called first level caching. Hibernate has, this is just like a small kind of stuff. Any kind normal, not only Hibernate, any kind of objects can consist of its own cache mode, and it can retrieve, it can store some information into the cache mode. But if you want some cache mode at a higher level, then you can go for second level caching that will be maintained by using your Hibernate configuration file. So within your Hibernate configuration file, you can write the property connection Hibernate.cache mode, and there you can specify the name of the class, name of the cache class that you want to use. JPA with Hibernate, we'll take a look at that in tomorrow's class. Yeah. Yeah, that's all for today's class.
So many of our students have given testimonials on how our training programs are. You will find them on kudzu.com and on our website H2Kinfosys.com. On our website H2Kinfosys.com, you will also find more detailed information on who we are, the courses that we offer, what each course covers. Also, if you're interested in a demo program, please register on our homepage on the left-hand side. Just give us more information about yourself and we will send you a link for a demo class. The demo class is absolutely free. Experience our commitment by just attending an orientation workshop at no cost. Our team of faculty and advisors are here to guide you with the right information. If you still have more questions, please feel free to call us. Call us at 770-777-1269. This is a United States number. If you're calling from the UK, call us at 020-337-17615. You can also email us at training@h2kinfosys.com or h2kinfosys@gmail.com. Thank you for watching our videos. We wish you a great career in information technology.